Good evening to you. It's another Tuesday evening. We are live on Joy 99.7 FM. This is Geek Squad with your girl Adobea Biritwum. It's 5 minutes past 7 wherever you are. If you're on your way home, you're already seated behind any of our social media handles, you are welcome. Geek Squad is brought to you by MTN everywhere you go. We've had some conversations on the show at the start of the year. We spoke about the different types of internet service providers or the options that you have when it comes to internet service. Tonight, we're going to be having a conversation on whether or not your home is fiber ready. You've heard about fiber. Maybe you know what it is, maybe you don't, but we'll be having details of this in our conversation for you to check if you've gotten to the time where you can get fiber in your home. And I'm going to be having a conversation with Samuel Boateng, the content creator for Interesting Digital Trends. But before I go to him and we delve into the conversation, we would like to share with you what has been happening in the tech space in the past week. So take a listen to the emerging tech trends. We will be back after that.
Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of Emerging Tech Trends on Joy Geek Squad. My name is Denisia Poma Ej. In our headlines, Google Play used AI to block 175 million bad apps in 2025. And Apple's first event of 2026 may span 3 days. Also, Samsung adds perplexity to Galaxy AI. And finally, Google I/O 2026 dates announced with a focus on AI. Let's settle for the details now. Google says it's used AI to help prevent about 175 million malicious or policy-violating apps from reaching Google Play last year, improving safety and reducing harmful downloads. Reports say Apple's first 2026 hardware event will feature at least 5 product launches over a 3-day blitz, possibly including new Macs, iPads, and accessories. Samsung is integrating Perplexity's AI search capabilities into its Galaxy AI features, aiming to enhance on-device contextual answers and web search quality for users. And finally, Google has confirmed Google I/O 2026 will take place in May with expectations of major announcements centered on AI, Android, and new developer tools. And that's it for this week's episode of Emerging Tech Trends on Joy Geek Squad. My name is Denisia Poma Ej. I will catch you same time next week.
Welcome back. This is Geek Squad with your girl Adobea Biritwum. Geek Squad is brought to you by MTN everywhere you go. Tonight we're having a conversation on whether or not your home is ready for fiber, and we want to show you what you must know in order to make a decision. You can join in a conversation on the WhatsApp number 055 1111 997 055 1111 997. And to have the conversation with me is Samuel Boateng, content creator for Interesting Digital Trends. Samuel, you're welcome.
Thank you. I'm back.
You're back. How has your evening been?
It's been a wonderful day. I've really enjoyed myself.
Hey, enjoyment. Anyway, tonight the conversation is on whether every home is fiber ready or not. And I think it would be good just to touch a bit on fiber.
Hello there, I am Michelle Ojokum, and as usual, I bring you some tech quick fixes and tips right here on Joy Geek Squad. Today, let's talk about how to manage notifications better. Constant notifications can be distracting, but you can take control. 1. Turn off non-essential alerts. 2.
Internet services. And tonight we want to talk about the homes of people and whether or not they are ready for fiber. Okay, so let's start first with just giving an understanding of what fiber ready really means for people listening in.
First of all, the fiber, I think it looks as if it's something for companies sometimes. Fiber is just another access point for internet services in our homes. In the old days, we had called landline, where we use our telephones to be able to receive data and send data, but it's not the same as the fiber. The fiber uses a different technology that is able to get to a maximum of like 300 megabits per second and even above. So the internet is way faster and the technology is way smarter. Your question again?
So the fiber, I mean, what it really means for a home to be fiber ready.
Okay. So a fiber ready home is a home that has identified that the services that they are having at home is not enough and cannot catch up with the kind of consumption that they have. It's like you deciding, let's say you buy one poly tank and then suddenly you realize that your household is using more than just a poly tank. Now you need to buy 2 more. So do you go for a bigger poly tank or you buy smaller little chunks of poly tanks or water containers that you may need? You may need to buy something that is way bigger and can contain it. So fiber is the option when it comes to you understanding that your home needs bigger capacity, more stable network, and then faster internet supply.
Okay. So can we just talk a bit about now the multiple devices that we have in our homes, so that at least we can link it to what someone can use to check to see that, oh, they actually do need fiber, and then whether or not they don't even need it right now.
Okay, so as I said, depending on the capacity or whatever is being consumed in the household, that what really forces someone into that corner. Because if you are staying somewhere and you realize that, okay, the internet you're using at home is breaking a lot. If you're those people who have been turning off and on their data, trying to airplane mode and going back and forth, trying to make sure that they get good internet. If you're in your house and you're lifting your phone to the ceiling just to get network, then it means you're part of this deal. Because, as we said, I think last time we spoke about this with our engineer here, we were talking about the fact that it's a cluster. A lot of people can be in one space. And that means that the data which is being used by the phone is being shared by these people. That means that it will get slower at a certain point, or maybe at an event or something like that. Sometimes it does get slower. Or where you are staying doesn't have the strength that you need because you have multiple devices. You have a TV, you have a phone, your son is using an iPad, your daughter is watching something else. I mean, they're all consuming internet at the moment. And the internet begins to buffer, especially when you're using your phone to give hotspot to the household. You have bought the latest technology, your fridge and all those kind of things are using the internet in the house. And even your TV alone cannot watch Netflix continuously. That shows that you have passed the level of just mobile broadband, like a mobile phone version. Now you need to get to access that has more capacity and speed and more stable. So you don't need to turn off and on your router or your phone each time.
That's so true. And you know, with the discussion that we are having, it affects our family life, it affects even productivity, because you know it can be so annoying when you are on YouTube, for instance, and then you are trying to watch something and it just keeps buffering. Like you're just then, maybe a video that's supposed to take you 30 minutes, you end up using more time than you are supposed to. So really, it's good that we're having this conversation. Then based on what we discuss, at least listeners are able to determine whether or not they can just go ahead and make that move. So when it comes to Ghana, which fiber broadband will you say is the best? Like based on coverage, services, everything?
So far, we could all say it's MTN because if you
everywhere
you go, as in usually say their name is everywhere and their works are also everywhere. If you go to certain places like new building communities that are being set up, you realize that the way they have fiber networks there, if you try to move to a new area, you realize that the lines are already there and you can easily connect. The stability is also there. The speed at which they are being transferred is also there. So MTN has been the one that I think go to. Anyone who asks me, I would just tell the person it's MTN because I recommend a network, I wouldn't be able to fully say it in my chest. Because when it comes to speed, I think MTN has been top notch and stability. Even for offices, talking about homes, most offices are in business, I even rely on that. So if you want something that's very stable for your household with the right amount of speed, I think MTN is the best.
Sure. And then, I mean, one may probably just ask, why does MTN stand out? I know you've touched on some of the things, but can we go into more details why they do stand out?
Yeah, so speed is one. We all know that MTN upload speed cannot be beaten by any others. if you are working on with fast, especially content creators, you want to be creating your content going on live. Live is not just download. I don't know if people have noticed, but live is up and down. So you are sending data, you are receiving data for people who are commenting. So most of the work is being done with the upload. Your video is going online. If you want a stable network to be able to upload whilst you are on your live, you need something like an MTN. Because if you try, for example, you are on a meeting and you're trying to use a mobile phone, you realize at certain points you'll be shouting, can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? And you'll be breaking, and all those presentation that you're trying to do, it's halted because the network might not be that stable. But with MTN, when you have your fiber connected, you are good to go. You might not even notice that you are using data at a point. And what makes it wild is that it's unlimited. So you can consume as much as you need to, as long as you need it for. And your meetings will be just fluid. If you're having, like, for instance, a household that has shifted from working at the office to remote working, because of how much data you consume and how connected you need to be on, MTN has that speed and stability for you.
Yeah.
So, and the bandwidth, so that even if you are home and there's someone else consuming it, you know that the data consumption can be handled by the MTN. So from my experience, that's one I've used and realized that it's stable enough for any household to use.
Yeah, that's true. And I mean, talking about the speed, when it comes to the mobile internet, the fiber itself is 10 times faster than the mobile internet. So, I mean, while the mobile data speeds average around 20 to 30, MTN fiber delivers up to the 300 megabits. Exactly. So that makes downloads a lot easier. So by all means, I mean, in terms of the speed, that is so good.
You shouldn't mistaking megabytes for megabits because I mean, someone might be thinking that okay, megabyte means that you can download up to 300 megabytes. It's not that. Megabits is speed. The speed at which you can consume. So you can have a household using like 10 megabits per second, and everybody can watch TV. Someone can be on their phone. Someone can So when you're saying megabits, don't mistake it for megabytes. That's what you're trying to say.
That's fine. And for you listening in, you can also share with us what works for you. Just share with us on the WhatsApp number 055-1111-997. What works for you based on the conversations that we are having. We're talking about fiber and what internet service do you use at home and how does that really work for you. Just share with us on the WhatsApp number 055-1111-997.
Let me just chip this in.
Sure.
If you're a consumer, you realize that a lot of your data that you buy on the bundles and that they finish even before the end of the month is compared to having a fiber at home where you use it for whatever you need to download, especially when you have these games coming up. There's GTA 6 coming up. I heard it's like 600 gigabytes. If you're having your own, imagine the amount of data you have to buy on your phone before you can download 600 gigabytes. If you have something like the MTN fiber there, you can actually download as much as you need to.
Yeah.
And you know that it will be good enough, and the speed, you don't have to wake up at dawn to be able to download.
Yeah.
You can start from the day, and how many as much megabytes as you want to download or gigabytes, you can get that speed and even play games online.
Talking about waking up at dawn to download, you've made me just remember how sometimes you rather wait people are asleep. But this one, you know that during the day you have access to it.
Whether it's in the afternoon or even early in the morning, whatever you need it, you can actually get access to it.
Yeah. Can we talk about the unlimited data also and the fact that it's free installation? You know, when you want to get the fiber, it will come with data. It's not like you purchase the device and then you would purchase data on top of it. Can we just touch a bit on that as well?
So I think the first month, usually when you purchase, comes with free unlimited access. So depending on the bandwidth you buy, you can get the installation being done for you on your behalf. It's not that difficult. They will come to your household and just plug it in. From my experience, they called me. I thought it would take longer, but within I think a day or two, they called that, we are coming. I was like, wow, I didn't really think they would come this early. They came around, found the ports, and just laid the line to my house, and they bring the router themselves. You don't have to worry about anything. They'll do the installation for you, and then they'll help you with connection. So from there on, you're good to go. Yeah, the unlimitedness of it is what makes it even more magnificent, because when I'm using it, I'm no longer worried about is it going to finish right now? Do I take my time to consume it? The fact that it's fast and that it doesn't finish is what makes it exciting.
Yeah, that's true. We've touched a bit on the speed, so it'll be fine. But I think I want us to talk about the reliability. It's so important that we talk about it, because what you don't want is you are using the services, then at a point it is down. You can't really. That one, I know. In our age now, people don't have that kind of patience. They will just move quickly to another service provider. So let's talk about that as well, in terms of the fiber and then what's.
So I don't know if anyone has tried this, but if you're a gamer and you've been playing a lot of games online, you realize that trying to use your mobile phone directly to hotspot whatever device you're using, whether it's from your mobile directly or to any other device, you get a lot of buffer. You'll be playing the game outside, you're frozen, you cannot move. And some people want to start. I mean, I've seen a lot of Ghanaians trying to start careers in gaming at home. They buy the device and can't do anything because when they join online, they have to wait at dawn to play games and all that. If you are on fiber, the speed is unmatched.
Yeah.
It's very fast. You can play your games. You can download at the same time. You can do the updates. And you don't have anything to worry about because, I mean, you are on the right network. And the speed is up to par. Like, you've seen it work. And you can play games online, tournaments, without anybody even realizing you are inside the house playing games. You're good to go.
Yeah, that's the whole point. You can just have access to it, and it's reliable. You don't have any issues once you're using it. Let's talk about the number of devices that can be connected at the same time. Because at home, in fact, some people are using more than 2 phones. They have tablets, they have laptops, they have different devices. The number of devices that can be connected when you have access to the MTN home fiber, I think it would be good to talk a bit about that.
So, depending on the bandwidth that you purchase, there are different types of bandwidth. The bandwidth that you purchase will affect how much you consume. That's what I was saying in the beginning, that when you hear megabits, it's not like you're buying a bundle of 10 megabytes or something like that. So if you're a household that consumes like a little, you want TV or 2, or you just use your phone, upload and download a few things, you're good to go with a small package. But if you are consuming something like you have multiple TVs in every room, husband or the wife working with that internet to do reports at home and all those things, sending data and having Zoom calls, then it means you need to get a bit of more bandwidth.
Yeah.
But if you have a house where everybody is watching 4K, video on TV, someone is watching YouTube, Netflix, someone is playing game in another room, it's like everybody's on it at the same time, and it's not small consumption, it's a lot. With that, you realize that initially, if you had to enjoy these things, somebody watching Amazon, another Netflix, another person is in this room watching a different thing or playing the game, you realize that most of them have like multiple routers in the house. I've heard someone say we have like 5 internet routers in the house, and I'm like, why? It's just because they couldn't get access to a fiber service. They were thinking that, if they buy this network and buy this other network, they keep switching between the networks to see which one will help them. They end up getting that same frustration that they've been getting from the beginning. But the truth is, if you're able to get the fiber line to your household and you get the highest bandwidth, which is around, I think, 100 megabits or even more, you could end up having everyone enjoy the data as much as possible without any buffering or issues coming up.
Okay. I mean, having a conversation on how someone will know if their home is ready for fiber. Can we talk about how important that is? How important is it, especially when it comes to children and they are doing homework now? Because some of the homework questions that come of late, there's no way it will just be what the teacher has taught you in class.
Yes. So nowadays, I think if we are being very clear with ourselves, education has moved. So kids watch a lot of videos online. Kids are learning through online courses like Coursera and the rest. Some kids are going to STEM educations online. Some are even getting tutors from outside the country to train your children.
Yeah.
I mean, now the world is borderless.
One global village.
Yes. So if you really want your child to be ahead, that means you have to push your child into certain places, learn content that are not readily available, maybe in school, or even learn ahead of the class. Curriculums that are well structured for kids could also be learned through all these platforms. But in order for you to easily do these things and even do your homework, you need a stable access so that the child doesn't end up stopping the activity and maybe playing games or something else. Because, I mean, watching a video with a child trying to learn his ABCD or 1, 2, 3 or some math formula and then keep stopping, the child will just lose attention then do something else. So if you have access to good, stable internet, the research is easy, the learning is easy, communicating with teachers even on days that they cannot go to, join. I know some schools even do online classes.
Yeah,
cannot be able to do that. You can easily join that class without your child getting frustrated and complaining, "Mommy, I can't be in class. My teacher is trying to talk to me. I can't hear, or I can't download my homework, or I can't send my assignment, or something like that." Yeah, because I mean, sometimes they don't even do project works that they have to upload to their teachers before they get to school. Yeah, you don't want your child lacking behind.
No, seriously. I even know of some of the schools that the pupils have WhatsApp groups together, that they have meetings oftentimes and all that. Yeah. And if it so happens like that, then good quality internet at home will help the child. So having the fiber at home will help. And the fact that the fiber gives you the chance to have different devices connected to it, and you can all be on a bandwidth that you can have the speed you want, then it's something that you should consider if you are in the States and you are not yet having any kind of fiber service. It will be something to
imagine buying a child. Children do not know how much megabytes cost and all those things.
No.
So if you buy like 500 megabytes and the child is watching a YouTube video,
forget it.
Within 5 seconds it's gone. Like you're done. It's not the fault of the video, it's just that it's consuming as it's going. So you have to have something that is you can rely on and you don't need to think so much about the fact that it's being consumed. Because to be honest, if you want the child to learn, you can't be limiting a child to you have 30 megabytes per day. You have to allow the person to have access. The world has changed. If you're not ready, your children must be prepared for it.
It's true. Mobile internet will not cut it. It will not help if that's what you decide to use. So by all means, we have to. And there's really a lot of online learning of late. So having good source of internet would really help. And fiber is one of the things that we are talking about. And you just need to check what's happening in your home, how many devices are being used in terms of your children, yourself. Because some people work remotely, and it's one of the reasons why personally I decided to even get a fiber installation at home. Because of remote work. Because I realized that some of the meetings that you have, it will not be okay just to be doing hotspotting. And hotspotting, you are on it. You get a phone call.
You hear someone drop out of the meeting. This one, like, just keep coming in and out as if, I don't know. It's because of the kind of networks you are using.
Yeah. If you're on video, when you get frozen and
you look pixelated. You can buy the best camera, but you look like cartoons on the meeting. It's like, are you serious? Imagine going in for a project that's very serious. You are trying to build up as an entrepreneur, and then you appear pixelated. Like, they can't even take you seriously. You share your screen, they can't see the screen. Like,
that is one of the things that I like.
It's so
frustrating. Can you see my screen? And then the thing is just blank. Like, you don't see
your mouse
anything.
moves and it's like, oh. It's just because of the internet service. Join a fiber. I'm telling you, you will be surprised how much money you actually save when you are on the fiber.
That is also one thing. I think it's good for us to even touch on that. The cost involved compared to doing the thought for
so
mobile.
If you buy and consume, you are more confused on. You become too sensitive to how much you even use your data. But for me, for instance, I'm someone who is always online learning, trying this, uploading this person's work, this project, side gigs, a whole lot of stuff. And you would have to get it continuous about it. If you want to move, money comes with time. So you don't have time to now be buying data here. Before I realized, I used to buy 300 gig, 399. Done.
Oh, okay. Within a short time.
Even before the month ends, it's gone.
This one was mobile data?
Yes.
Okay.
Before the month ends, it's gone. I'm trying to update this device. I'm doing that. And right now, even Apple, one update is like 11 gigabytes. How much am I? Yeah. So with that, it consumes very fast. And it's not, even before you can even update your devices, you are struggling. So you need something that is how do you call it? Fast. And really reliable for you to be able to consume and enjoy yourself.
Sure. One of the things that we've spoken about on the fiber is that we can have unlimited data, at least after the first installation. Can we just talk about that, what it really means for someone, so that they can use anything, they can download anything, upload anything, no cap whatsoever?
Unlimited means unlimited. Basically, the only limit you have when you're using an unlimited source of internet is the bandwidth. So it's like the speed. How much are you consuming? Because it's like you're connected. It's like, let me use the word tola. What they would tola? Like, it's like you're connected to consume as much as you want and as much as you need. So your limitation in terms of having, it's like, hey, let me use this analogy. You have a polytank in your house and you consume amount of water. You have to take your time to watch how much you consume before the month ends. But if your tap is connected to the sea, I mean, who cares? You can open the tap as much as you want and let it flow in. That means that you have whatever project you want to do with water, you do not have to now be pondering about how much. And the bandwidth to now come and say, the bandwidth is now like, how big is your pipe? So how much is coming through it? It doesn't mean that it can finish. Just that you can consume more with the megabits if you have more bandwidth, if you are buying more. And Yeah, unlimited means unlimited.
Unlimited is unlimited,
Yeah, unlimited
but sometimes, like you're saying, the cap is on the bandwidth.
Yeah, the bandwidth,
instead.
the speed.
So if you're going to use up to 1 TB, it's unlimited to you, but the speed that's at a point.
Yes. Because the more devices you connect to it, the more, for example, if here's unlimited, you want to connect your whole neighborhood, you end up slowing down because the bit will not be able to reach all these devices. You have up to 20 to 30 devices connecting to one device when you're on the basic to the maximum bandwidth.
Yeah. That's so true.
I mean, if you have a house, how many things you want to connect? 20 to 30. Do you connect your rice cooker to internet? That would be too much.
Internet of Things, people,
so
but
that
not
means
rice
that
cooker.
a full household can enjoy these bandwidth without any issues happening with the consumption.
Yeah. Okay. We want to talk about the coverage in a way, right? So sometimes people may, depending on where they are, what are some of the things that they should look out for to at least check and know if they can have access to fiber at any point in time?
So I used an app, the MTN app. So you just enter the MTN app. There's a section that says check for fiber availability in your area. Just tap it, and then it uses a map, so it makes it very easy. So you can just open a map and your area can come there, or you can just type the name of wherever you are in the map area and then identify what do you call it, broadband available, blah 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 blah. Then you follow the rest to join, or you can use there's a short code for it. I think
please go over it. Yeah, just take your time and go over it so that at least people are aware.
Okay, so the MTN app itself, let me open the app so that we can take our time to look at it. When you enter the MTN app, you can go to the more session.
Okay.
Then you see request broadband. Then you can use that to identify enjoy fast and reliable. Let's get connected. Check your coverage in your area. So right there you enter the name, or you can use the GPS location. So if I'm at Joy FM, I can just type Joy FM and then search for it. Joy FM FANAF, how this put it, Fan Road. You tap on that and they'll tell you if you have fiber available in this area. So from there you can contact MTN and then you can start. So whatever package you select, we have different 3 packages. Whatever package you select, then they can come in and then do the installation for you.
Yeah. It's so important. I mean, for someone who probably at home is just listening in to us, right? And based on this conversation that we are having, talking about fiber and the possibility of having that in place in their home, if they choose to go ahead with it, it's a good option, mainly because, especially cost, and it's one of the things that for me, it really plays a role when it comes to purchase of data, because it's one of the things that people usually say in Ghana that data
is so expensive. But the truth is, if you're on fiber, you don't actually feel it.
No,
you don't feel it at all.
Not at all.
Your mom can watch as many TikToks as you want.
Hey, the mothers.
Okay, see, me band on our sound.
The mothers.
Yes, it's a 500 cities inventor band, and that line ain't copium. Your mom can enjoy as much band as you want to, watch as much series as you want to on TV without you being worried about it getting finished.
Yeah. By all means, that's just so true. But I think it's good that we are having this conversation, because sometimes people just look at other options, and people are so used to mobile data. I remember having a conversation with someone that I know, and the person just told me that their data bundle is finished. They don't want to buy because she said she wants to go to someone, a vendor, and then purchase the data. Then I asked, but why? She said they don't want to buy from mobile money. Like, what makes it?
Data cry. The way it finishes fast.
Exactly.
I don't know what spirit they pour on it, but you buy it, it finishes faster than even the normal purchase. Yes. So if you are home, to be honest, it's fiber. The truth is fiber. You can also use *5057#. I think I just googled it to check.
Okay.
Even if you are doubting this, go to Google and type which is the fastest broadband service we have in Ghana, and they will clearly tell you it's MTN Ghana.
Yeah.
There's no need for me to debate about this. Google itself is telling you that.
That's true. That's true. And for those who have been doing the thoughts, I mean, that's why we're having this conversation. You should check your home to see devices that you have.
You may think it's expensive, but calculate. Sit down. I mean, you buy 300 megabytes a day. How much is 300 times 30? It will shock you.
Yeah.
That one that you're limiting yourself to usage, it's like you watch one and you are done. The other day you can't watch the video again. You can't go on WhatsApp again. And then I've turned on my data. Meanwhile, there could be a business or something coming to you that you might need help with. So maybe your teachers, the teacher of your kids, can text you about something you don't know. Anything else can be, because the world has shifted to that position where the internet has become a utility. Like you can't. It's like, but you say, okay.
I like that. It's become a utility.
Yeah, it's like saying that, okay, I don't want water in my neighborhood because water is expensive. if this month I won't buy water. Are you okay? You can't live without it. The same way the internet works. We are connected now. There's no way you can live without it. So you should be able to explore that. Sit down. If you're not taking your time, do your finances well, calculate. You realize that if I'm at home and we are all using this thing, the consumption is very high. And when I calculate by 30 days, I'm spending more than I need to.
I think that's what people should spend time to do. The different devices that you have. If you're buying mobile data for all of them,
1 gig, you realize that
it is way higher than having the connection of fiber at home and then having the different.
You're not free to use. You are limiting yourself because it's like it will finish by now, so you have to take your time. You watch one video, you close it. You're afraid that you finish.
People have been turning their data off.
You want to be able to turn your data back on. Everything will load.
Exactly.
Your data is gone back again.
So it's something that we need to check. You just need to check the devices that you have at home, and then you can determine whether or not you want to use fiber. This is Geek Squad with your girl Adobea Biritwum. Geek Squad is brought to you by MTN everywhere you go. We've been having a conversation on whether or not your home is fiber ready. What are some of the things you must know and the decision that you must take on it? We'll take a quick break. We'll be back after that.
Imagine waking up to fresh forest air, wildlife just a few steps away, and breakfast syrup in the heart of music. This March, Joy FM is inviting you to escape the city properly. Friday the 20th and Saturday the 21st of March, we're taking you on the Joy FM Safari Experience 2026, a 2-day luxury adventure through Aqua Safari and Safari Valley. Picture this. We head to Aqua Safari, Lakeside Branch, Island Boat Ride, Segway Adventures, and just when you think it can get better, we head to Safari Valley for pure relaxation and an evening bonfire in fun luxury cabins tucked away into nature. Then we rise early for a sunrise hike along the Kyapping Bridge. Breathtaking views, golden light, and unforgettable moments. Guided wildlife encounters. This is not just a trip, it's nature, comfort, adventure, curated the Joy FM way. Joy FM Safari Experience 2026, 20th and 21st of March. Limited spaces, premium experience. Single 5,000 CDs, double 8,000 CDs. Call or WhatsApp Slevin on 053 100 3813 to book your slot. Be part of this unforgettable escape, because sometimes the best way to reset is to get lost in nature in style.
Joy 99.7 FM.
This is my fight song. Take back my life song. Prove I'm alright song. My power's turned up. Starting right now, I'll be strong. I'll play my fight song. And I don't really care if nobody else believes. 'Cause I've still got a lot of fight left in me. Losing friends and I'm chasing sleep. Everybody's worried about me. In too deep. I say I'm in too deep. And it's been 2 years. I miss my home, but there's a fire burning in my bones. Still believe. Yeah, I still believe. And all those things I didn't say. Wrecking balls inside my brain. I was screaming loud tonight. Can you hear my voice this time? This is my fight song. Take back my life song. Prove I'm alright song. My power's turned up. Starting right now, I'll be strong.
Welcome back. This is Geek Squad with your girl Adobea Biritwum. Geek Squad is brought to you by MTN everywhere you go. We've been having a conversation on whether or not your home is fiber ready and what you must know. I'm having a conversation with Samuel Boateng, content creator for interesting digital trends. And just before we went on the break, we've touched on quite a number of things, how useful the fiber connection is when it comes to internet service, and even cost-wise, comparing it with buying mobile data, depending on the number of devices that are connected, would be a better choice to make. Somewhat to go further into the conversation, I mean, for people listening in, let's talk about the fiber broadband packages that are available, and if every home needs the same thing, because we've touched on cost a bit, and we've touched on the installation when you do it and what comes with it, unlimited data and all that. Does every home need the same fiber broadband package?
Okay, so like we said earlier, it does not mean that's going for the best. That's how sometimes people think about making purchases. It's like, oh, I didn't talking about fiber, so I need to get the best. MTN, which one is the best? You have over there? No, you must be able to analyze what you have at home, or else the cost will just, as I said, if you have a big tap or you have the pipe is so big, and then you are not consuming much, you are just wasting the data. So get something that fits your house. How do we identify what fits our house?
Exactly.
If I have a device like there are only say 4 people living in my household, we all have mobile phones, and there's 2 TVs in the house, and there's no much devices. There's 2 TVs and maybe 1 laptop.
Okay.
And maybe another iPad. Let's just say. This means that the consumption will not be that high.
Yes.
I mean, we all watch one TV. If you want to watch a movie, you can come together and watch that movie. If you all need to send a video online, we are doing content creation. We are all content creators nowadays. Always a content creator. Or if somebody might not want to put themselves out there, someone who watches a lot of live videos online. That means that the person must be consuming, right?
Yeah.
But when you put this number together, it might not be so much.
Yeah.
So something like a 10 megabits per second could be enough for that particular household.
Yeah.
You understand? That's the basic level. You are the basic. And then there's a household that has like mommy, there's daddy, it's not children, it is more like youths who have their own laptop in their room. The dad has their own laptop, a modern house where the mom has a laptop too. If you don't take it, the maid has a laptop. Somebody is on the internet trying to stay connected, right? Even the schedule of the household and everything is made online. You want to buy things, the fridge is connected online. The fridge tells you no more goods that are missing.
Yeah.
You place order. You are using the internet all the time. You are buying food and all those things. With devices synchronizing. I don't know if you've noticed this. So when you check your WhatsApp backup, it's like I have like 30 gigabytes left to update. If you really want to not lose your contacts or chats over time, that means that it has to be syncing. I mean, one night I went to bed, put my phone down. I wasn't using my broadband. I was using my data. I didn't know it would finish early. I slept. I woke up. 5 gigabytes was gone. What happened? During the night, the device was syncing because I had left it unplugged, and it was syncing all the data I have. Syncing means your data is being put in the cloud.
So right now, you're talking about some of the things that consume data
in the household. So I'm connecting each house. So we started with the basic house, with the small. I moved to a house with a bigger house consumption. So that means that house. Let's say if there are 10 devices in that house, and they all need to synchronize. That means that the data needs to be online while they sleep. If you download new movies, if you download a whole lot of things, you are chatting, somebody sending you videos and stuff on WhatsApp or anywhere else, and you have cloud storage. That means that in the evening when you sleep, usually devices synchronize when your device is dormant and it's connected to the internet. And remember, the cloud backup is very important too. Don't say, oh, because you turn off your data at night. You end up losing your WhatsApp one time or your device one time. And
because that's the thing that's coming to my mind. Good. Someone will just decide that I'll put off the data.
I've seen other people turn off their backup because they feel like they're saving data. You are not saving data. You are destroying your future because if there's a contact or something, a conversation that you need to refer back on when you have gotten rich and you're happy you've switched to iPhone 17 or Samsung 26 or something. That's when you realize that
you don't have any of the information you need.
I've lost all my chats. Quincy, can you help me? Quincy can't help you at that point because you refuse to back up.
Yeah.
You need to turn it back on, but don't use your normal data. Connect it to the Wi-Fi. Go to sleep. Let your devices update. You have bought a new fridge in your house. The fridge is connected. Those IoT devices. Your TV is some high level TV, you paid a huge amount for it.
Yes,
your device updates from time to time.
Yeah.
And you are using your mobile phone, it will finish. It will not be able to do that. The iOS is updating, the Windows, the operating systems are updating all the time. So if you're in a house who has thick like people who are modern.
Yeah.
Yeah. That means that you need something in the middle. That means you need to be in the middle class of consumption.
Mm-hmm.
But if you go to a household that has like
online people,
gamers, they are always online. They are devices that are always connected. They have to be in sync. Your father is in a meeting in that room. Your mom is also in a meeting. You take stocks. You are connecting with somebody in Dubai. You get it. You are doing this business up and down. Your kids are they are gamers on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
They are streaming to Twitch. The rest, if example now, I see people trying to join the Twitch. If you need a stable connection, you need something that you can not be cut because the foreigners, they don't think about the internet. Have you seen someone doing a stream like Buffett before?
No.
If you want to get a market and get it well, you need to have something that is very reliable.
Yeah.
That means that you are on the highest package because you have a lot of things going on at the same time. You are streaming to multiple platforms. You call yourself a streamer. That means you're on Twitch. You're on YouTube. You are maybe on TikTok at the same time. That means you need something that can consume while somebody else in the household can also be consuming.
Yeah.
So you can do your updates, you can do your streaming, you can do your downloads, and play online matches and tournaments at the same time. If you have multiple devices in the household, you can use the largest and highest bandwidth.
Yeah, that's true. So, I mean, we are talking about different fiber broadband packages or plans that you can have. And the fact that we're talking about fiber and how you can have multiple devices connected to it doesn't mean that, you need to spend more to have this. There are different packages depending on your usage at home. You just have to check it. I know people who have, based on their words, how they are always on their tablets, learning online and doing all kinds of things, they would prefer to have internet service available 24/7. And the kind of information that is also downloaded oftentimes. So you just need to check it. At least you can, if you realize that, as someone mentioned earlier, you are just somewhere at the beginning, then you can go for the starter plan, which will usually be up to 60 mega.
Let's look at a typical example of consumption. So you buy a security camera in your house. You are at the office, you hear beep beep, you try to open it and the thing is blurry. How is the person stealing your thing? you can't rely on the internet. You can't even tell what's happening in the household.
Yeah.
If you want to be able to monitor, have very well reliable internet where you are seeing through your security cameras, your TVs are up to date and all devices are on point. Then it means you must have something that flows.
Yeah.
So you might think you're like, you don't need it that much, but to be honest, you want to see in 1080p quality, high quality at the house, be checking at home.
When you're on the move, it's good that you've brought this example because a lot of people are using CCTV camera of late. It's good that you have good internet that is working. So if you know that you are just at the beginning stages, then you can go for the up to 60 megabits that's the speed. And then 60 and then up to 80 when you are in between there, somewhere in the middle. And then once you know that you are the online people gaming and trying to do all kinds of content and, live streaming. It's interesting how some people just be doing live streaming the whole time. Then that one, you know that you just need the unlimited ultra speed plan where you can have up to 100 megabits. So
I once saw some guy crying online on TikTok that he just lost a client just because of the internet speed. So for me, for the area that I'm in, for example, you're doing video gigs, and the client needs to send. The foreigners, they use high recording devices, 100 gigabytes of data, and you just still want the contracts. That means that you must be able to download and upload back big files. So they send you raw files around 100 gigabytes, and your bundle that you bought for your mobile phone cannot even download it as quickly as possible to even give feedback to the client. That means that you are losing your contract. So if you are really getting serious about it, why don't you just jump on it? Maybe start with around 60 megabits per second, per second, and see if it works for you. You can always upgrade it to the highest one later if it doesn't work. That means that you are serious about the business you are doing, calculating your return on investment with the purchases you are doing, or else you end up losing a lot of clients just because you couldn't have stable network.
Yeah, and I mean that would be just very sad.
Yeah.
But you said he was crying on TikTok.
Yeah, he was like, oh my god, he can't believe he trusted some of these networks. He just lost the whole deal because the call was just buffering. The data he sent him to download, he has been trying to download it for the past 3 days, and it's big, so it's not his fault. The thing is huge, and the foreigners that you're working with, because say we are a global network, the foreigners that we're working with, cannot necessarily see it how you see it here in Africa, you can't blame any network. You must work efficiently.
Yeah.
Be on the right network.
It's so important that we're on the right network. So someone
would really save your life right now.
Fibre is the best thing. And thinking about it right now, the thing is progressive. So as we are moving to higher technologies, then you at least follow along and make your life easier. Can't be doing 2G and 3G now. So if we are moving towards fiber too, and it will give you a better option, why not? You move on with that. So at least based on the conversations that we have had, you should be able to ask yourself some basic questions. How many devices are connected like daily, on a daily basis?
So you can have a maximum like 32 devices.
Yes, when it comes to
connected. So imagine if it's not that fast. I mean, how would you connect about 32 devices? So a household that's very, very busy can easily rely on this without being stressed.
Without stressing at all. So for someone to know whether they are fiber ready, they can ask themselves this question, whether, I mean, how many devices are connected to the internet daily in the home, exactly. And then sometimes too, you can probably ask how many people stream at once, you know, because you may have someone.
Remember we had an episode where we were talking about the quality of the TV and the content, and I was telling Ghanaians that
the television
you don't need 8K
issue
content. This is the way that it comes to play. If you have bad network in your household, you can't watch high quality things. You have a 4K TV and you're always watching 720p videos on it. Get fiber, pull it to the highest, and enjoy the subscription that you bought. Because for you to be able to see the full quality of your TV, you need to have high resolution being played. And high resolution cannot be played with normal hotspots. It cannot, because 4K has a lot of load. I told you can watch one video, and then we're done with that video. It's like 5 gigabytes is gone just for one video, because the 4K is heavy. So if you really want to enjoy without thinking of, hey, how much did I consume? Go and check my bundle, star 124 or something over and over again. Then it means you have to be on a network which is unlimited and has the speed. Yes, let's enjoy the TV as much as we can. Watch your sports without relying so much.
It's important. Another question to also ask yourself is, do you work or study from home?
Yes.
Do you work remotely? I think it's one of the questions just for you to check whether you are fiber ready or not. Because if you don't, you may not necessarily need. But it's starting from the top. How many devices are usually connected to the internet daily? A lot of people joining webinars and seminars online, and they are shouting, "Is this being recorded?" Because they can't hear anything. Oh, Charlie. Their network is just keep breaking and breaking and breaking. You have to, if you want your client to take you seriously, or whoever you're working with take you seriously, have a better internet reliable. There's not a time for you to be playing around thinking that, oh, you are trying to save. It's like saying that, oh, because you're having a meeting and you're trying to save, you turn off your fan and everything in the room and then sit in the heat. It won't make sense. Yeah. Saving on internet will actually cost you later. Yeah, that's true. The best way to save is to be on a fiber, to be honest. Yeah. And then another question too is to find out whether you experience peak hour slowdowns. Like if certain times of the day you realize that you are trying to... So you call the person in the afternoon and the person cannot even pick. When you stay around a very busy area, for example, there's some areas that are more business prone. They have a lot of offices around and stuff like that. You call the person at that time, the internet will just be shaking. You'll be wondering why when you call in the morning it's okay, but in the afternoon you cannot do calls. Yeah. It's the same network fluctuating just up and down. Okay. Yeah. Then another question is, do you rely on mobile data as backup? I mean, if you answer yes to most of these questions that has been asked, then it's maybe time for you to explore the fiber solution. That's if you don't have that yet, and then you find out the one which matches your household demand based on the questions that have been asked. This is Geek Squad with your girl Adobea Biritwum. We will take the quick tech fixes. We'll be back after that.
Hello there, I am Michelle Lejekum, and as usual, I bring you some tech quick fixes and tips right here on Joy Geek Squad. Today, let's look at how to save mobile data. Mobile data can finish quickly if you're not careful. So try this. 1. Use Wi-Fi when possible. 2. Turn off autoplay videos. 3. Monitor data usage, because your data will last longer.
That is brought to you by MTN. MTN, everywhere you go. we've been having a conversation on whether or not your home is ready for fiber. And I've been having a conversation with Samuel Boateng, content creator for interesting digital trends. We've shared quite a lot on this. Some key questions to ask yourself if you are just joining: how many devices are connected to the internet daily? How many people stream at once at home? Do you work or study from home? Do you experience peak hour slowdowns? Do you rely on mobile data as backup? If most of your answers are yes to these questions, it may be time to explore a fiber solution that matches your household demand. Because today, honestly, internet is not a luxury. And somewhere you mentioned it, it's become a utility now. It's part of the things that we are going to add. So internet empowers education, income, entertainment, and connection. So a fiber-ready home is simply a home that can make up with your life. It really will make you keep up with your life. Yeah. Okay. And I think one thing too is also to check the coverage, because sometimes that's a challenge for some people. They are ready to go for it, but it may not be in the area that they are in. So you can just check your coverage, and then understand the usage that you have so that you can choose a package that fits whatever reality that you have. That is what being fiber ready is all about, as we've had a conversation. Somewhat just before we wrap up, finally, in the trends that we listened to earlier, Samsung is having their event tomorrow. I just want us to touch on it a bit, at least just to make our listeners aware so that they can all be in the place of anticipating what is up next, what is up their sleeves now this time round.
It's going to be an exciting day tomorrow. I can't wait to see what they will bring up, especially with the Galaxy 26. Sometimes they are predictable, sometimes they are not. Hopefully, they're not going to be focusing on colors tomorrow.
Colors?
Colors. Phone that we will end up copying phone cases. We do not want to be focused on that. I heard their cameras zoom, they were like crazy. So what can they bring this time that will be more exciting? Can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
It's going to be something else.
For the Samsung users.
Now you need the fiber internet to be able to watch the live stream.
Yeah.
You get it? You can't be in this kind of generation and be relying on internet that is breaking up.
No, but I honestly don't have that patience now. No. The last time I was doing something with a lady's phone, and she tapped something, and like 1, 2, 3 seconds, I'm like, madam, what kind of phone are you using?
Windows Explorer.
What is going on here? Now the internet is just slowing down everything. Like, I just felt, no, time is being wasted right now. Can we just move on to something else? So it's really good that we're having these conversations, because people would need to see what is happening around them and move along with it. Yeah, and move along with it.
They launch more devices too, and like what the watch and all that. The buds come up with great. The one thing I wanted to actually do is to be there to experience it myself.
One of the events.
One exciting thing.
Yeah.
You have a lot of stuff that if you get to hold them in the physical as well, see them, it'll be great to see. The experiences will be just something else. Because sometimes when you watch it online, you understand the demos and all that, but to see it in your hand.
Yeah. But I think they do have some
but it's
offices.
Tomorrow. I mean, I can't wait. I don't have time for them to ship it to Ghana.
Yeah, it's true.
I want to see it as happening. That's why I'm on my fiber anyway.
Prince also can't wait to purchase one of their new phones.
He said he will buy us one. Anyway.
Yeah.
I trust him.
The Samsung, he says. So by all means, they have to look out for it. But yeah.
So the 26th, we are looking at maybe the notes coming out too. I wonder what going to happen to the screen sizes. And the tabs, I hope they release some new tabs that can compete with the iPads, because it's high time that we come. Because now, I don't know if you've noticed why the iPad is now becoming more important because of how the OS have been changed.
Yeah.
Now it's like a desktop. So what can they do this year to compete with that kind of market?
Yeah.
Yes, we need the competition for technology to grow. I just can't wait to see what they could come up with. Bigger screens. You can do more apps being generated for that devices alone. That's one thing I'm expecting.
By all means. Oh, this has been an interesting one. Thank you so much, Samuel, for joining us this evening. And for you who joined in, listening in, thank you so much for making time. A very big thank you to my producer, Prince Safo, and also Anita, and the entire technical team. A very big thank you to you. God willing, next week we will be back. Overdrive will happen with Kofi Hayford. Thank you. Have a good evening.